Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day. Um, so, okay, are you your real self, or do you put on a mask? And the reason I ask, it's not for judgment. Trust me, not by any means. Because I used to do it. I was doing it for a long time. As a matter of fact, I think I did it since like the ninth grade when some girl told me that if I didn't get up off of the floor to tell everybody about my toenail polish, she was going to beat me up. So I was like, okay, well, people don't like my energy. So I always try to really calm myself down. I'm always I always can be like very, and maybe it's my ADHD, I don't know. I can always be kind of like doing something or really excited about something, or if I have a new idea or I have a new thought, I'm like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And people are like, oh my God, just calm down. So I would calm down. I remember having to, at one point, I stopped sharing my stories with my soon-to-be ex-husband and his family because his daughter-in-law, every time I said something, she was always a one-upper, is what I call them. I would say, oh yeah, I have like 200 people in my family. Oh, I have 3. And I remember one time we were helping them move, and we were going back and forth about and I don't know why I did it. I don't. I think maybe that was part of one of those things that one of those personalities I had to clear. And trust me, you guys, I have cleared so much crap from in 2025. It's insane. But we were going back and forth about whether her niece or my grandson was in worse situation after either she was born or my grandson's accident. I don't know why I did it, but I think maybe part of me was like, I was looking for that, oh my God, that sucks. I don't know. I mean, I don't do it now. And I never did it before. It was like just one of those things where, you get people that the personalities clash or the energies clash, and it wasn't like I was trying to one up her, but everything I said was a one up. And, it made me think, I'll be honest with you. I've gotten more support from watching tarot readings, and I know these people are not talking about me specifically, but I've gotten more inspiration about being my real authentic self from watching tarot reading than I ever did going to church. Oh my gosh, you know how fake those people are? Holy cow. Not all of them. There are some. I have very, very dear friends that go to church, and they are amazing. They do not wear masks. They are authentic. They are incredible people, but they don't live here. They live in another state. So I can't really share that. But when you can be your true authentic self, how do you show up? Do you show up as the excited version of you? I love life. Oh my gosh. Trust me, I don't like having to go through the crap we go through, but it gives me some inspiration that I'm going to get through it, because no circumstance ever determined whether I was going to live or die. By making a decision to accept it and go through it, it didn't kill me. I almost died. I had, and this is for all the ladies out there, do not let a UTI go ever, because I ended up with acute renal failure in 2014 because I did that. So, and I was working like 80 hours a week, and I was like, oh, I'll be okay. I'm just taking Motrin. Yeah, no, I was not. I ended up in the hospital with 103.5 fever, infected everywhere. I was in the hospital for 4 days. So do not let those go, ladies. And men, if you have a woman who has one, make sure she goes to the doctor, okay? Because those will kill you. As a matter of fact, I found out 2 women who had died from that after I had my episode. I'm like, holy crap, I was really, really sick, wasn't I? And God's like, yeah, you were. That's why you went to the hospital. Anyways, when you can be your authentic self, it is so much easier. It's so much better. It brings you back to life. And I think my family thinks that I'm weird because I sit downstairs and our place echoes and they can hear me recording videos, so they hear me going, ah! But I'm a happy person. I don't like it when you ignore common sense. That's my big thing. That is probably my pet peeve. When you ignore common sense, it just pushes that button that I've not been able to stop getting pushed yet, you know? People, okay. So, to stay in my authentic self, if people want to lie, let them lie. Just because they lie does not mean you have to accept it or believe it. And it doesn't mean that you have to associate with them either. If somebody is going to stand in their lie and tell me that I'm wrong, go right ahead, because I know I'm right. God knows I'm right. He knows the truth. No matter how you spin a lie, it's still a lie. No matter how much you defend what you're doing, you're still defending something that's wrong. So be your authentic self. Be your true authentic self. And who cares what everybody else thinks? As long as you love you, that's all that matters. I love my shirt. It says, "You go, Glen Coco." My daughter got this for me, like, I don't know, whenever Mean Girls came out. So yes, I've had this that long. But I love wearing the shirt. I wear it out in public. I love it. And why? Because it's me. That's what I'm talking about. When you can be your real true self and you don't care what everybody else says about you. You don't care whether somebody's going to try to beat you up because you are, that's my son walking in, because you're showing off your toenail polish. Well, I didn't want to get beat up at 14, but you know, so, I mean, not everybody can handle me, and that's okay. Not everybody is supposed to. There's a lot of people in this world that are not going to become their authentic self. And those are the ones who are going to go bye-bye. When you can't be your authentic self, when you can't be honest and be authentic, that's the problem. So be an honest individual, be your true authentic self, and love yourself. Love yourself more than anybody else. Because I'll tell you what, nobody loves you as much as you do, except God. So have a great day, you guys. Bye.